u principu smo probali share screen, trebali share screen ili nešto?
Probao sam, radi.
Ok.
Imam neku sitnu prezentaciju.
Okay. Evo, kad budeš ti, evo, izvoli.
Znači, ok, ja mogu da krenem već ili šta? Ili još se skupljaju?
Da, kreni slobodno.
Pošto vidim da se još skupljaju ljudi, tako da ono...
To je to.
Ok, so we can start now. Hello everyone, I'm really sorry that I'm not there with you in live. I have to do this like online presentation. I don't really like because I want to see your faces while I'm talking. I'm not bothering you or whatever, or is my presentation good or not? Okay, so my name is Nemanja Rakić and I come from University of Banja Luka, Faculty of Sciences. I'm doing my PhD in astrophysics. And I think it's enough of my introduction. I have some experience in science communication. I'm not calling myself as an expert in science communication, but I have to do it because I don't know, do you know actually that I'm maybe the only professional astrophysicist in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So any astronomy, astrophysics, whatever question is media has, they contact me, so I have to give them answers. And okay, I don't have to, but I really like to give answers because I believe in importance of science communication, and science should be communicated by the experts in the way that is good, not by just translating the web pages from, I don't know, which sites. They often gets very confused with really bad terminology and some conclusions that they are really not standing. It's because of the even journalists, the knowledge of English language and the knowledge of the topics and terminology. It's often get confused. So I like to do that in person to give some answers they ask me. So I have to apologize from the beginning. I have a good excuse. I will show the reference for my excuse. I was the first actually lesson you probably taught here is with science communication, you have to be prepared. I'm not, sadly. This situation with COVID-19 and everything, stay-at-home orders and having 2 kids at home, really small one, it's a hell to actually do some research. It's almost impossible. So I have no time actually to do my own research, teaching, and I had to prepare this presentation that was really challenging for me. So I was planning to actually do some completely different topic. I was planning to talk about the visualization of the scientific data, what's good, bad, and ugly of the presentation and how it should be done, because I realized, especially in these days where we see a lot of plots, that they are often misleading, they are ugly, and they do not possess enough information and the people like to read them, look at them, and we are in all media, they are just presenting to us all the information, but maybe we are not trained enough to realize what's actually going on there. Actually, during the preparation of this meeting, I was showing Mirza and Tian and the others some really bad presentation that actually were published in the really good scientific journal. So that's really important topic that I wanted to address to you, but because that really requires a lot of time to prepare, I decided for something much easier. Actually, I was trying to talk about my opinion about the science communication, my experience about science communication, and few questions that I'm dealing on each basis. Hopefully, during your meeting, during your workshop, you'll be able to provide some answers to that. At the beginning, I was actually about the concept of Connect meetings at all. This is the second year we are actually trying to talk about the science communication, and we realize that that's a very important question. Why? We have every year less and less students, enrolling the science at the university. So that's a big question we have to address, because otherwise we are losing our jobs, and more importantly, we are using the science advances in our country. That's in our countries. That's even more important than actually losing our jobs. So we realize that there is a big issue with that. So we have to do something, and that's a common problem not just in Bosnia and Herzegovina, also in Serbia, in Croatia, and in the region. But I don't think, I think it's a more general problem, because people are going in the least action path, so like trying to get the job with the and get more money, and there are false commercials about false interpretation about what science is, and etc. For example, this year, Department of Physics at the University of Banja Luka enrolled only 4 students. So that's a really big issue. We have 10 people, 10 people in staff, and only 4 students. That's a big problem, because it's costly for University of Banja Luka, and there are more staff than students, and that's a really. And last year we had only 5 or 6 of them, and we are now the second year we're expecting only 2 students to enroll. So that's a really big issue that we have to address. The second part, that's also before maybe this crisis, we didn't think about that in a more serious way, because we had these conspiracy theory as the flat earth and etc. That's, or the astrology. So that's really banning, because okay, if someone believes that earth is flat, or if someone believes in astrology, that's not a big issue, because he cannot endanger other people. But today, with this COVID crisis, and you can really with your action endanger other people around you, that poses a really big issue, and we have to do with something with communicating science in a better way. So my questions, actually, okay, so this is the first problem I'm dealing now. I don't see your faces, actually. uh, I don't see, am I bothering you or not? Like it's a not good way to actually to do presentation. Some people like it, I hate it, because I can only see my screen and myself, and not you, and I really rely on seeing your faces. So my excuse for not being better prepared today is actually published in Physics Today. Pandemic takes heavily toll on physics. Actually, they're talking about the early career scientists, and actually physics groups, that their research is not good as it was before COVID-19 crisis, and it's all with family issue, because you have to stay at home. Kids are not going to the kindergartens, or they are not going to the school, so you have to take care of them most of the time, and you have like really several minutes per day to actually do some science. So the science is not good enough, and that's a really common problem. And also there is another part, we have like heavily induced stress by the crisis, by the health issues, and we are all afraid of our lives. So the thing is like getting very serious. So in that constellation, it's not possible actually to deal in the science in a proper way. So okay, so you can see what I'm telling to you. This is my kid, Augie, and he's usually interrupting me in such a way during these meetings. So yeah, okay. Nemoj to, sine.
Na svemiru.
Yes, the svemiru, sine. Svemir, sine. Okay. So that's the. I'm telling you, that's the big issue for having this online stuff and working from home. We need offices. So I'm astronomer, as I told you. Only one trying to deal with all the questions that media possess. And so I have like already 5 or 6 shows that I like jutarnji program on the TV network and whatever. So it's a really lot of how to say yeah, that's really great responsibility that I have, and I'm not sure even of the topic, because I'm working heavily on the active galactic nuclei, on the physics of supermassive black holes, the regions around the supermassive black holes. But the questions can be from the solar system to the these Mars rover thing and etc. etc. So sometimes I'm not even sure the topic before they invite me to visit, to be a guest. So I have to read a lot, so it takes a lot of time, and I'm not sure I'm actually doing a good job with my explanation during those TV shows. So that's kind of the question I want to ask: are we actually doing a good job with our science communication? So what actually science communication should be or not? Do we have to really explain the science in the layman terms, or we should do it as in proper way? So actually, if you want to do the science research, you have to go to the university where you study heavily on one subject. Then you go to the graduate studies, and you obtain your PhD, and then you can actually call yourself a scientist in a proper way. So the thing is, and all of that experience you try to explain in the layman terms to the general public. That's a good thing. Okay, general public is actually financing your research, and they should be taught what you're actually doing. But the other thing is it possible to do it in a proper way? In the way that general public is not getting the perception of science as something that's really easy to do, and that after reading one article or watching one YouTube video or watching a documentary, they really know enough about that subject that they actually discussed further. So that's my question. Is it the proper way to do science communication to actually lower the level of the science and try to give that to the general public that has like only basic education in science? And this text I have here, it's explaining, I don't know, are you able to see? I don't hear any reaction, probably because you have to talk in the microphone. That's difficult. Yeah, but the thing is, we have like heavily classes on the one specific topic in the universities, and that's just the basic of that topic. And we expect the general public to understand from some good science communicator, put that down in the layman terms. So what's the possible consequences of that? Like, I read the Brief History of Time of the Universe. I'm not sure the name of the Stephen Hawking book. And now I know everything about cosmology, physics, and etc., etc. And we have I'm sure when you tell people I'm studying physics, I'm studying biology, I study chemistry, oh, I know a lot about that, and they start lecturing you about actually those topics. So that's kind of thing that we are having now on the social networks about the COVID crisis with the people are actually, we have like previous we said we have a national coach, we have like hundreds of every person is a national coach, and he knows the best the representation of the national football team and what players to elect and how to make the formation or whatever. But the same thing is happening now with the COVID crisis. We have like every person is an epidemiologist and infection disease epidemiologist, so he knows the best how to what measures should be taken and whatever, and those kind of things can influence. There are a lot of like people with a lot of followers that they're really, we call them influencers. They can really influence a lot of general public. So, and that can be really dangerous. So explaining the science in the layman terms, is it a good idea? Okay, I addressed that question, and I hope that maybe you will take consider, or you'll just say that that's a rubbish, we should forget about it. And that's what I'm actually asking myself. Okay, the other question that I must actually asking myself, because I'm the president of the Astronomical Society of Banja Luka, and we do a lot of outreach. Just last year we bought the mobile planetarium, and we are making the shows at the university, at the Faculty of Science, and we are trying to try find the funds so we can travel all over the Bosnia and Herzegovina and present our shows that we prepared for the mobile planetarium. That's a really good idea. That's a really good thing, because we opened in November. We worked till the late December. Then there was a January break, and this continued in February. And then, of course, this situation stopped us. So we stopped with doing a presentation because of the situation, waiting for the better times. But the thing is, we had over 5,000 kids already visiting planetarium, and you can see mostly preschoolers. So you can see their faces; they are really fascinated with the science and with the astronomy, and seeing that visually appealing, it's a really good thing, and they're really happy before and after the shows. But the thing is, are we on the good track? Why? We are actually, we have a hidden agenda of not just making general public science literate, but we're actually trying to enroll much of them in our at the science classes at the university. So that's the hidden agenda we have. It's not hidden, actually. We are inviting them come to visit us, and why not to study physics? Because I'm working on physics department, of course, I'm going to promote physics. But the thing is that a good idea? Because the situation in our country is quite not that good to actually doing a research. You have to put much more effort than working abroad with the proper fundings, with the proper equipment and everything, than working here. We don't have regular graduate studies at the Faculty of Science at the University of Banja Luka. So we're spending a lot of time to educate one bachelor in physics, and we cannot provide them with a master's or PhD degree. We have to send them abroad. And when we send them abroad, we are losing that person indefinitely for our country. So we are wasting a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of time, and we are just exporting those young, the best of the actually of the students we have. So that's a serious question, and it's a really ethics question that I ask myself. Am I supposed to do that or not? Do I just save my job, or I'm doing a good thing for the community? So that's really I'm having a hard time with that. So, and the other way is that I'm not sure, am I because we are actually forced by the university to go to do public outreach, to bring more students, and we are not properly trained to do that. So that's another question we have. Like, we are not properly trained to actually, we don't know any PR tricks and etc. And every member of our staff has to go somewhere in some school, do the promotion of the department, of the physics in general, trying to bring students, inviting them, but not all of us are equally good in that. So the thing is, are we doing more harm than the benefit to our department? That's the another question. And we are not that's why these kind of meetings are really good to work with the young people, to teach them how to do science communication in the proper way, deal with the general, not just general public, but also the other experts in the field, because the science communication is commercial is selling everything. So you have to make a good commercial. To make a good commercial, you have to be trained to do that. Yeah. On the very first, okay, on the second Connect meeting, that was my first meeting, I asked one question: Are we doing a good job with inviting only science students and asking them what they think about the science and how to promote science? Because in that way we can teach them how to make presentation, how to write the project reports and everything. That's okay. How to do proper presentation on the conference, and that's a really good skill, soft skills that everyone should have in the field. But promoting science to the general public, is it better to get idea from the people that they never enrolled in the science classes? Because getting the opinion why they didn't enroll in the science classes is maybe more valuable than actually have biased information from the students that they are already in science. They are there because they like it, of course. So it's really hard to them to tell in more general way why and how to promote science to the general public. Of course, what I'm telling now, it's all about promoting science to the general public. So that's another problem. Maybe we should think about the model where we bring the students from other fields and talk to them about science and see why they are not enrolled in science, why they hate it, why they are running away from it, or maybe they like it but they are afraid of enrolling in that. So that would be maybe better idea to do. I'm just proposing. I'm not stating anything. I have no solid research behind me to actually to make any strong claims. So another thing is that was I trying to address. We have no science journalism, and I already addressed that before. We have no science journalism developed in our countries. We have maybe a couple of them that they're actually doing good job, but most of them are just general journalists trying to translate something in our language, and so we have those clickbaits topics in our in social medias or any journals you like that they are claiming the end of the world and inviting them to some reference that's not valid or whatever. So, and another thing is also the scientists, when they publish their research, they're trying to, because of course we are all need fundings for our research. So if you do research, you are trying to glorify it as much as you can, your research, and exaggerate your findings in such a way so you can continue with getting the fundings further, but that's more scientific. That should be discussed also among the science community, is exaggerating the results and in discussion in abstracts and whatever, making it more sounding that actually it is. So actually I wanted to tell a lot of things, and I'm realizing that I actually end up like these sad Tarzan at the end. Yeah. So there are some questions, my opinions, my motivations of doing the science communication. So I just stated them to you, and hopefully I will get some feedback from you, and and we can continue, like during your meeting we can discuss about, oh, you can discuss and I will get some feedback, sadly, because I'm 400 to 500 kilometers away. Yeah, thank you for your attention. I'm not hearing anything.
Okay, thanks to Nemanja. Any questions? Microphone.
Nemanja, please just stop screen sharing, please.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
Just one remark, Nemanja. There are science journalists in the region and in Bosnia, and I'm one of them. Officially, I'm a science journalist. I'm doing nothing, just science. And there is, of course, Nenad Jarić-Zauenhauer and Tatjana Rudić. Both of them are physicists. So just for information, there are. I know that most of the journalists are doing something in general journalism, trying to do something with science, but officially I am the one.
Yeah. I said they are not enough. I said there are some, but not enough to cover all the topics and everything what's happening in the field. Yeah, that's I said that in such a way I know about. I think it's Jelena Kalinic. Am I right? Because I'm not seeing.
She is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's really difficult to see who is actually telling me. Yeah.
Yeah. Put on gallery view, please.
Yeah, I am on the gallery view, but it's okay. It's much better. Now it's much better. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Ciao, Jadranko. It's difficult to recognize you with the masks. You all look alike. Yeah, not taking your mask off. No. Not hearing.
You will got one or two because it's branding. I don't know. Can you see it?
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's really cool. It looks really cool.
I will send to you and then the other one colleague from Banja Luka, but
cool.
I don't know how. It's Milica Balaban.
Yes, she's next.
Be. Yes, she's next. So I will send you whole package. Don't worry.
Cool.
So, anybody else?
No more questions.
Okay.
So, if you did applause, please do it again because now mic is on.
No. Just to remind you, on Friday, 1 o'clock, we will have a Skype with Marcus and Sasha and talking about new proposal. So we have to finish it before 3rd of September, and I hope we will get a draft version today or tomorrow to have some I don't know, maybe if we have some new to put it on. Jadranko have a new idea how to proceed and so on. Tiana have a new idea, and I hope you will have something. So I don't know. It's Friday. Sasha cannot come. He has his lectures.
Yeah, I'm actually babysitting Friday, so
okay.
If I put them asleep in time, maybe I will be there.
No, but you will have you. I think that if you participate, I will include you in any case. And it's if you do it on Skype, we can record it, and you can see what we talk about, and you can, of course, afterwards on the evening, you can suggest something or write down or whatever.
That's good.
Okay. So, if nobody has nothing to say or to ask or to comment, let's thanks again to Nemanja. Okay.
Oh, now I hear you. Thank you.
Yeah. And see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope this is going to be end soon. So normal life. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Ciao.